What's up, everyone? It's been a little bit. I apologize. I've been all over the place beginning of this year, and I've been focusing on doing something I'm not comfortable with or haven't been very good at historically, which is writing. I put a really kind of lofty goal on myself to average one piece of written content a week throughout this year, so I'm crushing myself and making sure that I'm focusing on that, and I'm sorry that the live videos here have fallen by the wayside a little bit, including Whale. I've been getting back on that, so feel free to ask some questions there. After my AMA, I got re-energized. I'm pumped up about the AMAs and live again, so sorry about the little bit of a delay. For some of you guys, if you're not on my personal or my professional Facebook, it's facebook.com/betabay. I'm doing more videos there. These are going to be a little bit more personal oriented, but I want to say what's up a little bit, kind of have a little bit of crossover. What's up, Harry? So that you guys know that I'm pushing everything over to facebook.com/betabay, my kind of business site, instead of having stuff all on my personal here, because I love you guys. I know you guys. It's fantastic, but I need to start building a little bit of a new audience on the business side and keep this stuff a little more personal. But let's jump in. So I've been reading a lot about this idea of motivation versus incentive recently, because as we grow our company here in year 3 and we've got growing portfolio companies, I'm realizing that the long struggle of being in a startup has a whole lot to do with motivation and almost nothing to do with the incentives. A lot of people are joining their startups for the very first time, and they're dealing with something like equity, and they actually don't have any idea what it really means. And the reality is, equity is a lottery ticket, and that's totally fine. But I think it's important because a lot of people are looking at the startup world. A lot of you guys that are out in corporates, a lot of you guys are working for governments, and you guys are thinking that the startup game is super sexy. Here's the thing you have to ask yourself very easily. Your motivation, where does that come from right now? If you have an incentive at work, I've been reading a great book, and it's been talking about the difference of motivation versus incentives from a perspective of hygiene. So hygiene is stuff like, you get enough money to, have your family live okay. You don't hate your boss. You work in a safe environment. That's the basic types of incentives that you need just to get to work and not absolutely feel miserable every day. But the vast majority of you have that. And a lot of you do not have the basic motivation because you really don't think that the work you're doing is truly important. You don't think that you're getting the actual responsibility or the recognition for the work that you're doing. This is critical. And this is something I just want to tell everyone here. Like, I've been very fortunate because I really haven't taken the path that people gave me. I've been absolutely in charge of my life. Even when it's gone really well, when it's not gone well, I've done whatever I've wanted to do and, kind of gone to that beat of my own drummer type of thing. But I think that you guys have to really ask yourself, because I know a lot of you are my friends, a lot of you are my acquaintances online, but I know that you are going through this. And this is the beginning of a year. I don't want you to go through 2017 and not do something about this. Figure out a way to really evaluate whether or not what you're doing is motivating. Do you believe the work's important? Do you get enough recognition? Do you have enough responsibility or see the ability to have more responsibility over time? Because if you do not have that, you need to really question what you're doing. Don't go through another year and go through all of 2017 and disliking what you do. Now, the other side is the hygiene part. So if you don't like what you do and you're making a ton of money and that's going to give you the ability to do what you want to do later, fair. Just don't get to that point where you have that apathy or you have that entropy where you actually don't end up leaving because you're making too much money. I see that too, especially out here in Hong Kong and big cities like New York. A lot of people are making a lot of money, but they're hating what they're doing. And the hard part is that you set out thinking that you're gonna do something about it, you're gonna change, and you never do. So think about it. I want to know what you guys are thinking. Harry, I appreciate you tuning in. You've been following your heart a really long time. You've been crushing it. I love catching up with you and all the motivating things that you do. I know a lot of you out there are also enjoying it. Share the stories. If you aren't enjoying it, share it too. We need to figure out, how do you get out of those situations? How do you put yourself in a position to be truly motivated this year instead of just having the basic kind of checks and balances and the hygiene, the kind of incentives checked, because that stuff does not last long term. And frankly speaking, you can't get your time back. All you have is your time. And every single day that goes by where you're not really enjoying what you're doing, or you're not doing something on the side hustle, or you're not putting in the extra effort. See my video from last night talking about that, doing or not doing the work. It's pretty binary. If you don't like what you're doing and you're not putting in the extra hours to find a way out or do something on the side, guess what? You're gonna be stuck doing that shit forever. Find a way out, put the effort in, understand where you really sit. Let me know how I can help everyone else here too. The comments and conversations, I absolutely love. You guys are fantastic. Do me a favor. Hey Chris, you'll have to circle back to this. I'm about to sign off. I think this is something that you would definitely like to speak to and have a lot of kids that you've motivated and inspired. But like, share, comment, join me on facebook.com/BetaBay. It's the business site. We'll be pushing more videos that way. This will be more of a personal channel. And thanks again as always. Hey, Ollie, signing off, guys. You have to circle back. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.